Alright, so I'm going to try to keep this video short and sweet, but Aaron Judge is constantly disrespected and undervalued, and you would think that MLB Network, and of all people, would understand that what makes a player valuable is his ability to create and prevent runs, and Aaron Judge excels at that more than anyone as a whole not named Mike Trout when healthy. And I'm sure you guys are aware that MLB Network has released their top 100 players, and they listed Aaron Judge at number 16. There's a lot of guys ahead of him that shouldn't be, and that's what this video is going to be about. I'm just going to be debunking all the players that are ahead of him. Now, I'm not going to be counting pitchers. To me, besides the fact that they are baseball players, position players and pitchers should never be grouped together whatsoever. That's why we're only going to be looking at the position players on this list. And as you guys see on the screen here, I have the list up. MLB Network put Aaron Judge at 16th on their top 100 players. Guys like Freddie Freeman are in front of him, Ronald Acuna Jr., Francisco Lindor, give me a break. So we're going to be debunking all of these, and I'm going to stray away from putting my opinion into this video. I'm just going to be listing stats and facts. So believe what you want. Stats don't care about your feelings. Let's go. All right, starting off with the first player ahead of Aaron Judge, we have Freddie Freeman, who MLB Network listed at number 15. Let's do some stat comparisons. Aaron Judge, 106 home runs, Freddie Freeman 89. On base percentage over the 3-year span, Freddie Freeman 392, Aaron Judge 401. Slugging percentage, Freddie Freeman 543, Aaron Judge 572. 973 OPS for Judge, 935 for Freeman. Weighted runs created plus 141 for Freeman, meaning he was 41% above league average offensively. Aaron Judge 157. Weighted on base average, Freddie Freeman 389, Aaron Judge 405. WAR 13.6 for Freeman, even though he played 437 games. Aaron Judge has only played 369. If you guys don't know, WAR is a collective stat. So the more games you have, the easier it is to have a higher WAR. Aaron Judge, an 18 WAR. Freddie Freeman, 13.6. Defensive stats. Now, keep in mind, Freeman's a first baseman, Judge is an outfielder. But still, Freeman, 15 defensive runs saved. Aaron Judge, 42. And that's in 68 less games Judge played. Ultimate zone rating per 150 games played. Aaron Judge, 13.3. Freddie Freeman, 1.5. So as you guys see, I'm going to have an absolute blast making this video. Let's move on to the next guy, Ronald Acuna Jr. Now, of course, Acuna, he didn't make his debut until 2018. So to be fair, we will take Judge's stats from 18 to 19, but still, let's do the comparison. Ronald Acuna, in 267 games, he did hit more home runs than Judge, 67 compared to 54, but we all know if Judge played the same amount of games, he probably is going to hit more. On base percentage, Judge, 387, Acuna, 365. Slugging percentage, Judge, 534, Acuna, 532. OPS, 921 for Judge, 897 Acuna. Weighted runs created plus, Aaron Judge, 146 compared to Acuna's 133. Weighted on base average, Acuna had a 376, Aaron Judge, 387. WAR, once again, despite playing 50 less games, Aaron Judge, 9.7, Ronald Acuna, 9.3. Defensive runs saved in 50 less games, Aaron Judge, 33, Ronald Acuna, 13. Moving on to Juan Soto. Now, here's a player. There were two players that I was going to be comfortable with putting ahead of Judge, because I'm not saying he is the best player in baseball. There were a couple guys, besides Mike Trout, of course, he's the clear number one. There's a couple guys that I was cool with putting ahead of Judge. It would have been Soto, and then there's one guy towards the end that I could forgive somebody for putting ahead of Judge. But for Soto, once again, he debuted in 2018, so we're just comparing 2 years here. 266 games for Soto, 214 for Judge. Soto edges Judge out in home runs by 2, but once again, he played in about 50 more games. On base percentage, Soto leads Judge 403 to 387, slugging 535 to 534, pretty close. So on the surface, offensively, you see that it was close, but you would give the edge to Juan Soto, who is also way too low on this list. But weighted runs created plus, which measures overall offense compared to league average, Juan Soto, 143 compared to 146 for Judge. Once again, meaning that Soto, 43% above league average offensively, Aaron Judge, 46% above league average offensively. Weighted on base average, Soto does edge out Judge, 393 to 387. So once again, this is close, but then let's take a look at the defensive numbers. Judge, 33 defensive runs saved. Soto, -4. Ultimate zone rating, Aaron Judge, once again, 19.0. Juan Soto, -16.8. Despite playing 42 less games, Judge, higher WAR, 9.7 compared to Soto's 8.5, showing that Judge, even in a significant amount of time less played than Soto, he was still the better player. Now, once again, Soto, he is one of the two players that I could forgive somebody putting ahead of Judge. But either way, Soto's ranked too low, but let's move on to the next guy. All right, moving on to Francisco Lindor, who I love, by the way. The guy is an absolute superstar, but this isn't even a contest. I mean, come on. Aaron Judge, 106 home runs. Francisco Lindor, 103. On base percentage, Aaron Judge, 401. Lindor, 342. Slugging, 572 for Judge, 514 for Lindor. That gives Aaron Judge the much higher OPS of 973 compared to Lindor's 856. Weighted runs created plus, Judge 157, Lindor 121. Weighted on base average, 405 for Judge, 357 for Lindor. WAR, despite playing literally 100 less games, or just about 100 less games, Judge has the higher WAR of 18 compared to Lindor's 17.7. Defensive runs saved, Judge 42, Lindor 28. Ultimate zone rating, Judge 13.3, Lindor 9.5. Like, what are we doing? I am sick of this. Aaron Judge is so consistently underrated. It makes no sense whatsoever. I genuinely don't get it. It frustrates me. All right, moving on to what MLB Network considers the number 9 best player in all of baseball, Nolan Arenado. In 100 more games than Judge, he edges Judge out by about 10 home runs, 116 compared to Judge's 106 in the 3-year span. On base percentage, Judge leads Arenado 401 to 375. Arenado does beat Judge in slugging 577 to 572, but overall offensive production, 157 weighted runs created plus for Judge, 130 for Nolan Arenado. Weighted on base average, 405 for Judge, 392 Nolan Arenado. WAR, once again, 100 less games. Aaron Judge still beats Arenado in WAR. Now, Nolan Arenado is terrific defensively. 33 defensive runs saved, 7.3 ultimate zone rating per 150. Judge, of course, as I've mentioned a million times now, 42 defensive runs saved, 13.3 ultimate zone rating per 150. Let's move on to number 6, Anthony Rendon. Judge, 106 home runs. Rendon, 83. On base percentage, Judge, 401. Rendon, 397. Slugging, 572 for Judge, 556 for Rendon. Weighted runs created plus, 145 for Rendon, 157 for Judge. Weighted on base average, 405, 397 for Rendon. Now, Rendon does have the higher WAR in 60 more games. Give Aaron Judge those 60 games, we're talking a different story here. And then, of course, Judge is the better defender as well. Are we seeing a trend here? Is Aaron Judge underrated? Yes, he is. And now we have Houston Astros Alex Bregman, who had a shitty-ass apology yesterday. Fuck him. Anyways, number 5 on the list is Bregman. In 100 more games, Bregman, 91 home runs, Judge 106. On base percentage, 391 for Bregman, 401 for Judge. 533 slugging for Bregman, 572 for Judge. 150 weighted runs created plus for Bregman, 157 for Judge. 390 weighted on base average, 405 for Judge. Same deal with Rendon. Bregman has the better WAR. Give Judge those 100 games played. Judge is going to destroy him in WAR. So there's that. Defensively, of course, Aaron Judge beats him as well. Here we are at number 4 with Mookie Betts. This is one of the guys that I would be relatively comfortable with somebody putting ahead of Judge. They really are even when you factor in both offense and defense. But offensively, Judge does destroy Betts. 106 home runs compared to 85, once again in about 80 less games played. 389 on base percentage for Betts, 401 for Judge. 535 slugging for Betts, 572 for Judge. Betts has been 40% above league average offensively. Judge, 57% above league average offensively. Weighted on base average, 387 for Betts, 405 for Judge. Now defensively, you'll notice Betts is a stud, 66 defensive runs saved. Even if Judge did have the same amount of games played, Betts would probably just slightly edge him out, because even though Judge was the best defensive outfielder in 2019, Betts has been better over the last 3 years. And if you look at the ultimate zone rating per 150, Betts edges him out 18.5 to 13.3. So yeah, that's why I could forgive somebody for putting Betts ahead of Judge. They are the closest players in this mix. And that's why I'm going to say this. Mookie Betts, he's ranked too low as well. He shouldn't be number 4. If you're going to rank anybody above Judge, it should be Betts at number 2 or even number 3. Betts at number 4 is a crime. All right, here at number 3, we have Cody Bellinger, who, by the way, I am a big fan of now. If you didn't see his interview here, I'll put it up right now. Basically saying that Jose Altuve stole the MVP from Judge, which he did. Cheating or not, I made a video on that. You can watch that if you want. But here's a clip of Cody Bellinger.
You know, I think what people don't realize is Altuve stole an MVP from Judge in 17.
I like this guy a lot now. All right, but back to the stat comparison. In about 90 more games played, Bellinger edges out Judge in the home run category, 111 to 106. But on base percentage, 401 for Judge, 368 for Bellinger, 572 slugging for Judge, 559 for Bellinger, 157 weighted runs created plus to 140, 405 weighted on base average to 380, and WAR, despite playing about 90 less games, Bellinger 15.4, Judge 18. Defensively, now Bellinger is really good defensively, of course, not as good as Aaron Judge. 33 defensive runs saved, 42 for Judge, 13.3 ultimate zone rating for Judge, 8.2 for Cody Bellinger. Now the final comparison is going to be between who MLB Network considers to be the number 2 best player in baseball, Christian Yelich. Now he probably has the closest offensive statistics to Aaron Judge. Defense isn't a contest though. Once again, I sound like a broken record, but when healthy, Judge is better. There's no way around it. Let's get into the stats. Okay, over the 3-year time span, home runs, Judge 106 home runs to 98 for Yelich. On base percentage, Judge 401, Yelich 398. Slugging 572 for Judge, 562 for Yelich, 157 weighted runs created plus for Judge, 151 for Christian Yelich. Weighted on base average, Judge edges Yelich out 405 to 401. In 65 more games played, Yelich is worth about 2 more wins than Aaron Judge, but defensively, this is ridiculous. 42 defensive runs saved for Judge, -3 for Yelich, 1.0 UZR per 150 for Yelich, 13.3 for Judge. Have I made my point yet? Is Aaron Judge not constantly disrespected? And I'm not even saying Judge should legitimately be number 2. I know he is the second best player in baseball when he is healthy, but sure, if you want to do a knock because he has missed some time, even though one of his major 2 injuries has been a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to the wrist. But anyways, if you want to give him a knock on health, you're telling me that's going to slide him down all the way to number 16? It's not like this guy's only playing 30 games a year. He's played over 100 games every single season since his rookie year. It's just the fact that he wasn't even put in the top 5, let alone the top 10. And let me show you one more stat comparison here. Weighted on base average and weighted runs created plus. Basically the 2 best metrics to look at how good a player is offensively. Since 2017, here are the leaders. Trout's number 1, of course. JD Martinez is number 2. Aaron Judge is number 3 with that 405 weighted on base average, 157 weighted runs created plus. Now ultimate zone rating per 150, a defensive metric. Judge ranks 3rd, 13.9. That stat that I've said a million times today. Point being, when you look at overall offensive production and defensive value, Aaron Judge is a clear top 3 best player in baseball, let alone, like I said, top 5, top 10. Are we kidding? Back to what I said in the beginning of the video. A player's value, it comes from his ability to create runs and prevent runs. And when healthy, the only player better at doing that than Aaron Judge is Mike Trout. So yeah, I hope that I educated and enlightened some of you on how good of a player Aaron Judge is. I know most of you guys know, but for those who don't, this is directed towards you. Aaron Judge, he's gonna prove it to you this year. When he stays healthy for 150 games, I won't have to come on here all hot-headed because it will be known. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Real quick, I know most of you guys probably saw my community post. The name of this YouTube channel will be changing from Dan Rourke, which is what it is right now, my name, to Yankees Avenue. That's my Instagram page. That's basically the brand that I've built over the past couple years. The YouTube channel, I'm not sure exactly when, most definitely before opening day, this YouTube channel, it will be changed to Yankees Avenue. So don't be alarmed when you do see that. I'll put a more formal announcement up when the time does come. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you follow me on social media. Dan Allen Rourke on Twitter, Dan Allen Rourke on Instagram, Yankees Avenue on Instagram. All that will be down in the description below. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Let's go Yankees.
Her body's gold like September. She burns through the night like an ember. And all those things we try forgetting, I remember. But we say we all fine, we all fine. Sunny day dreams and we up now. Vodka lemonade, I serve it up, it goes down.